What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV back here for a combined 11 this time. We've got AGT back on the channel. How are we doing?
Very well, boys. Listen, whenever I come on this channel, I've got to remind you of what happened on June the 1st, 2019. But once that's out of the way, we move on.
Thought we could get through a whole day without that being brought up.
Just the one thing. You had to bring it up, didn't you? You had to bring it up. 1-0 Liverpool already.
Still feel robbed.
Musa Sissoko and the handball. It was never a handball. I'm saying 1-0 because you had to bring it up, but it was never a handball, and I'm still bitter about it now.
We're playing away on Saturday. I'm on an away fan cam channel right now. You got to get in early and shut the fans up. You know what I mean? Keep them quiet.
You won't silence the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium this weekend. I can assure you that. But look, combined 11. I think it's going to be an interesting one. We'll go 4-3-3 formation. We'll start off with the goalkeeper, Vicario against Alisson.
No debate, boys. Let's just move to right back.
Yeah, it's Vicario, right?
I made a suggestion actually the other day that Alisson could be the best Premier League goalkeeper of all time. Do you think that there's a case for that?
100%. And the beautiful thing for Liverpool fans is I think he's 31. Probably still got another 5 years out of him, which is just I'm so grateful for. Every single week when he claws us out of the jaws of defeat to turn it around. And I mean, this season we've been losing in most games. We end up winning them 3-1. And there's always a crucial will they score their second? But Alisson just listen, obviously that like any goalkeeper in the world, he's got a clanger in him once every 18 months. But that man is, from what I've seen anyway, easily the best Liverpool goalkeeper I've seen. But if you compare him to the Schmeichels, these kind of guys, obviously in terms of titles, Schmeichel's clear, but in terms of every aspect, distribution, shot stopping, big game moments, can he score a goal? Can he assist a goal?
Schmeichel got a couple of goals. You can't hold that against him.
I'm just comparing him in general to every great Premier League keeper. I know Petr Cech's up there, Seaman. There's obviously loads more, isn't there? Edison's up there as well. But Alisson for me, and it sounds biased, but I agree with you, mate. That's a great opinion that you hold there.
We'll give you that one. We'll give you that one.
Look, Alisson goes in goal. No secret about that one. In terms of right back, Trent against Pedro Porro. Any arguments here?
I think Porro has got not as good a delivery as Trent, but he's starting to get one of the best deliveries in the league at the moment.
I think from what Porro's shown this season, he's an actual better defender than Trent, though.
Well, Trent, we all know Trent can't defend.
Porro can't defend. So
this season he can. He's been amazing defensively this season. So he's proving all the fans wrong. Yeah, he can. Yeah, he inverts. He's been inverting well before Trent was inverting. Don't give me that.
Guys, from all accounts that I heard from Tottenham fans last year, most people wanted him out. And Emerson Royale was actually keeping him out for a long time. So let's please, once again, put some respect on Trent Alexander-Arnold's name. What has he not won in the world of football?
Do you not think Trent's a bit overrated?
Oh, no, obviously not.
I've had this debate with Ben on our other channel as well. I would love to say yes, but I'm a massive fan of Trent. I think he's a generational talent. But Ben thinks he's well overrated. He says Reece James is better.
Yeah. I do.
Oh. So where's Reece James now then? What's he up to?
Injured. He's always injured. Right. That's the problem.
By the way, is someone trying to
apologies. There's something going on in the roof. Try and ignore it.
They're tiling at the top of the roof, basically.
I think they agree. I think they think their Trent is overrated as well. That's what they're trying to make it clear.
Right. No, he's banging the floor going, what are you on about? You're wrong.
Trent gets in there. 2-0 Liverpool. Left back, Robertson against Destiny Udogie.
Move on.
Why did we agree to do this video? Why did we agree to do this video?
You asked me. Didn't agree to it.
I think Destiny's been better this season, I think. If we're going on form this season, I think Destiny's been better. Robertson hasn't quite been the same over the past 18 months, has he? Let's be honest.
Mate, he's just scored the winner against Wolves last week as captain. What do you mean?
One moment. Destiny's got 2 assists this season. He's been not had a bad game.
Okay, let me break it down. So I have to give respect to Udogie. I think he started really well. The first half against Arsenal was awful. He got a yellow card. If I was Saka, I would have tried to been engaged with him. I would have tried to put him off, get him sent off. But the fact that he kept his head in that heated atmosphere and didn't come off, that shows real maturity. And I like the look of him. I really do. But I mean, you're going to be sick of me saying it. But again,
well, they've won. Yeah,
Robertson, look what he's done, mate. You can't have him not in the team.
Yeah, but you agree. But you have to agree. Over the past year or so, he's not been the same.
But this is the same argument that I'll use for Van Dijk. So, in your head, when you think of the level of Van Dijk and Robertson, you're thinking of when we won the league, aren't you? Right.
Yeah.
That's facts, right?
Yeah.
So, their level of, say, the average level is here. Their level was clearly up here. So when they come to the just above the average level, you go, oh, he's not the same. But that's because he was 100. Now he's maybe 85. So
is there a case, AG,
still better than Udogi's?
Udogi got in Serie A Team of the Year last season.
Is there a case, AGT, to say that if you're picking a team that's going to play tomorrow, that Destiny might be starting that game?
I don't think so, boys. I'd still go Robertson. I really would. Listen,
yeah.
It's kind of like Mikel Antonio right now.
Look, we have to try and get someone in somewhere, but look,
I know, but you know the answers. Don't ask me to come on.
3-0 Liverpool. Let's put forward both our centre-back options and we'll try and come up with a pairing. So we'll go, obviously, Mickey van de Ven and Cuti Romero. I guess you'll go Van Dijk and...
Konate.
Is he definitely? He has to definitely be playing on the weekend. Yeah, if there's any sort of nick or any sort of injury,
what do you want?
Give me a Matip. Give me a Matip or something.
To be fair,
a Quansah. I'll take a Quansah. Put a Quansah.
Yeah,
in there.
That's the only one you get in. But even Matip was unbelievable against West Ham the other day. He's one of the best players on the pitch. So Konate, I mean, he kept out Saliba of that France World Cup team. He is an absolute gentle giant off the field, but on the field, I think I saw this stat. He's had 14 duels against Vinny Jr., Konate, and he's won 13 of them. And if that's the barometer in terms of someone who is physical, young, strong, powerful, fast, he's got it all, Konate. And you're going to hate this as well, boys, but Van Dijk's been the best centre-back this season so far as well.
We got sent off against Newcastle.
Look, I think Van Dijk 100% gets in there.
Yeah,
Van Dijk 100% gets in there, but if you want to use someone's, international kind of
pedigree,
you got Cuti Romero, who's just won the World Cup and was very central to Argentina winning the World Cup as well.
Yeah, I just, if I was a Tottenham fan, I'd be fuming at him every week. The way
not this season.
I think he's a liability. He's so rash in his tackling.
He's not a liability.
Well, he is though, because he gets sent off and he costs 2 points.
This season, he's committed one foul the whole season.
Well, two now.
Two fouls.
He gets away with a few as well, boys. Let's have that.
No, it wasn't a foul.
He got a yellow card, didn't he?
No, it wasn't. Really off the ball. It was off the ball. Wasn't a foul.
Yeah,
but he made a foul as well.
Ball in, which should really be a yellow because it was going in. That's a red card. Listen, obviously, Messi's come out and said what he said about him. They're looking
exactly. Are you going to question Messi, AGT?
Yeah, of course
you
I
say
am.
what? You're saying you know more than Messi?
That's exactly what I'm doing.
No,
yes.
come on.
but if, he's Argentinian, right? If you ask Thiago Silva who's the best centre-back, he'll probably say Marquinhos. If you ask Araujo who's the best centre-back, he'll probably say Godin. Like, people look at, especially in South America, they all big up their own countrymen. If I'm honest,
this is Lionel Messi.
Tell me this: if Konate was so good, why did Klopp want Van de Ven?
As a backup to Konate.
No, he wanted him to start. He knew he could get an upgrade. That's why.
No, he's not. Yeah, but he's a left-footed centre-back, Van de Ven. It would have been eventually to replace Van Dijk. Konate's right-footed. That's just how our centre-backs operate.
I thought Konate plays on the left. No, Konate plays on the right.
Yeah, Van Dijk's always on the left centre-back. Yeah, always. Because then he's got that diagonal.
Van Dijk and Romero then. Easy does it.
Boys, I know you're going to back your boys, and I respect it.
I'm putting Romero in there over Konate.
Oh my god!
Why? Why is that controversial?
I don't even think that's controversial. Romero over Konate.
Go on. Do you know what? It's your channel. It's totally
correct. It's not. Look, you bigged up Konate keeping someone out the France squad in the World Cup. We're bigging up Romero winning the bloody World Cup. So there we go. Romero gets in.
Absolutely.
We get one in there, people. We got one in.
Cuti Romero, I was at the game where they also lost to Saudi Arabia. So if you want kind of World Cup stats, there's one for you.
Did he start that? Isn't that the game that he was on the bench for?
You'd have to
I think he came off.
Oh, he came off that game.
Yeah, he came off. He was playing a bad game. All right, but wasn't he man of the match in the final or something? So he played a great final.
Man of the match after
Messi.
Messi.
Almost assisted the equaliser, to be fair, but Martinez saved it.
All right, look. So we've got a very Liverpool heavy defence. We'll move on to the midfield. Number 6. Who are you putting forward?
So far this season for us, it's been McAllister. I do like the new Basuma. I think had an awful season last year, if we're being honest. I know he was injured for a bit, but even when he played, I wasn't impressed with.
But it was the Conte shackles, though, wasn't it? The Conte shackles. The Conte shackles.
And actually, the world of good for him is having someone like Ange as the manager, because he will go and say, do what you're going to need to do. Whereas Conte, you look at how he's kind of soured the creative maybe output of a couple of players, including Basuma, who, by the way, at Brighton, that's why he bought him, because he was unbelievable. We were in for him as well. Again, if we're going on World Cup stuff, McAllister's won it as well, so he's got to go.
No. Basuma's a better 6 than McAllister. I think we all agree on that. But
McAllister really is a box to box, whereas Basuma. Are you saying then? Let me ask you this. I'll be interested to know. So are you saying Basuma's an out-and-out 6? Because I look at him as a box-to-box as well, to be honest. I don't think either of them are out-and-out 6s.
I think Basuma is a 6, 100%.
Especially in this system that we're playing. You know, he's given a lot of license to roam forward as well, so...
But he's when he sits deep, his defensive numbers are the strongest, one of the strongest in the league. And I actually think he's at his best when he's dribbling from those deep positions and opening up the space from there. And his ball carrying is incredible.
Really good.
It's madness. But the difference between him and McAllister, I think, off the ball, Basuma's a different level to McAllister, I think. So I think he's a better 6. If you're taking just purely as a 6, I think Basuma has to get in.
I agree.
I'll take Basuma in there.
And then what you have? Then you have Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones or Gravenberch.
Well, you could have McAllister in that kind of cluster.
You can't move it. You picked him somewhere. You can't keep moving.
No,
around.
I think the other two midfield options. Szoboszlai alongside Maddison, a midfield of Basuma, Szoboszlai, and Maddison.
So that's why when I went quiet, then that's what I was thinking about. But then I'm thinking, if I squeeze both of the Liverpool midfielders in, then we can put Maddison a bit further forward, maybe, because he is in there. I will give you that one. He is in there. But then, does he get in over Son? I don't know, man.
No, we're not putting Maddison in the front 3. He has got to be in the midfield 3.
Madison,
Shob.
Madison, Shob.
Madison, Shob,
right
and Basuma.
Right-hand side of the attack is obviously going to be Dejan Kulusevski.
It's not,
obviously.
Though, is it? Come on, boys.
Mohamed Salah, obviously, on the right hand side.
Mohamed Salah.
But then
creator Salah. More than a goal. I didn't think he had that in him, because one of my biggest frustrations for Salah is how selfish he's always been over the years. But this season, he's a completely new player, it seems.
Do you know what? The selfish kind of tagline maybe in his first 2 or 3 seasons with us. But as the kind of, I wouldn't say legs have gone maybe, because he's still incredibly fit. But when we saw the end of that cycle of Firmino and Mane, he definitely became a creator then, and he's carried on being a creator. The way 2 years ago that he was doing, touchline hugging, outside of the foot passes for Mane to run onto, or Firmino. His IQ is unbelievable. The way he keeps the ball and then finds that pass. He still scores or assists pretty much every game that he plays. So his output.
Well, he's got a record, doesn't he?
We're actually talking about maybe the best. By the time he leaves Liverpool, which might well be next year, he will be in the top 10, scorers of all time in the Premier League. By that point, he needs 8 more goals, I think. Wow. And we are literally talking about one of the top 5 best ever players in the Prem.
Yeah,
well, Saudi are coming back in January, so hold your horses.
They can come, mate. They can come, but they're going to get a firm no again in January. What's the point in selling him in January? That makes no sense. This deal has to work for everyone. And actually, who's to say we even accept it? He's getting better. He's literally still so good, and he will continue to be good. So why don't we just hold on to him until that point is gone? Because it's not as if you need to go to Saudi by the age of 32, 33. Mate, if you're Mo Salah, you could go there at 43. And no one would bat an eyelid.
It's true.
He'll be the best player there.
It's true. I'm not going to
And
lie.
because he looks after himself so well, he can play until he's 40. I genuinely believe that.
Left-hand side of the midfield or the attack?
Diaz.
Let me propose this then. Let's go Diaz and Son up top.
Yeah.
Diaz on the left, Son as number 9.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
I'm happy with that. I'll take that. So how many players have we got in? 4, 5?
So
too many, to be honest.
The team is Alisson in goal, Trent right back, Robertson left back, Van Dijk and Romero centre backs, Bissouma, Maddison, Szoboszlai, with a front three of Salah, Diaz and Son.
So we've got 4
and
in
there.
there.
Let me give a very notable mention to Darwin Núñez, who I think, if it wasn't for Son maybe in the derby, if Son drew a blank, we'd be choosing Núñez for this team, by the way. But because he is the captain, because he scored those 2, it didn't win the game, I must say. But unlike Darwin's 2 at Newcastle, which totally woke everyone up.
That was unreal. That performance in the second half by Liverpool was just insane.
Insane.
But look, I think we could just breeze past the managers. Obviously, Ange Postecoglou gets into
Big
this one.
Big Ange. I don't think Klopp's ever won an international tournament, has he?
Yeah, the FIFA Club World Cup, mate. So
FIFA Club World Cup.
Yeah.
Obviously, Klopp is the manager that gets in here. But you happy with that team, AGT?
If I'm really honest, not really.
I don't think that. I think you should be. I don't think there's many.
I think
Basuma and Maddison have to be in there.
I think Romero's lucky to be in this team. That's all I'm going to say.
If Romero's lucky.
All right, look, we'll leave it at that. Lucky, We'll leave it at that. But thank you so much for coming on once again. I'm sure we'll catch up after the game and see what's happened over the 90 minutes. But everyone, do go subscribe to COP TV. Big up, AGT. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, the boys. Listen, we'll have a little word after the game on Saturday, but carry on the good work, and I'll see you at Anfield, yeah?
Big up.
Looking forward.